Looking at the time, she said 4 o'clock, not 4:25.
Hey, you ain't got no reason to be laughing.
I'm here right now.
Get him, girl.
You were supposed to be here 3 weeks ago.
We were supposed to record this 7 weeks ago. R.Kelly, he's released. He's a free man at this point.
That's a,
he don't got no more charges left.
He wanted all the information.
Exactly. You saw the brother report.
I understand what he was doing.
He about to die next week as long as you
I'm
took.
trying to keep you balanced. I'm trying to keep you balanced.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, I'm Bossy, and welcome back to the Shan Show. As you can see from the title, we're about to jump into another panel. This one is a little different from what we usually do, but it was requested, so we're about to get it in. On today's panel, we have
Ladies first.
Miranda.
Alan.
Maxwell.
Alright, back. So y'all already know I drop everybody's info down in the description below. Before we jump into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit that post notification bell right next to it so that every time I drop a new video, you get that heat straight to your phone or your email. Make sure you run up the likes and comment below any other panels you guys would like for us to cover. Alright, so I really don't have a question because we're going to talk about...
You look like you're about to preach.
R.kelly.
You got a test. You got
Right.
This is,
right.
you know,
It's going to get real.
imperative.
Yeah.
You know?
So yeah, we're going to talk about R.kelly and his antics.
Okay.
So who wants to dive in?
Ladies first, especially on this very touchy subject.
I mean, you requested it, but
Right.
I didn't request it.
Say less. I mean, I feel like he's for sure wrong. Like, there's no way around it. I think all the people that were with him throughout those years should definitely be penalized as well. I don't know if I feel like he should do a life in prison, but he should definitely do some type of mental, psychological situation because he's for sure a little cuckoo. So yeah.
Is it his fault though? Like, do you put 100% blame on his actions?
He's a grown man.
He's a grown
Due
man.
to his past though, like due to everything.
I feel he was exposed to it young, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
But him,
He was already tried.
right.
Before,
And
a
with
lot of
him,
charges.
with him getting off of that and him continuously doing that 20 plus years after that, you know what you're doing. Like,
Yeah, but did he ever receive any help? Like, did he ever say, even after that trial, even when he beat that case, did he ever sit down and say, all right, let me get some help?
no.
Like, so do you, like, that's like in a verse, like, vice versa, if it was a woman that was raped, and it's hard for them to, and they turn the opposite sex, they turn to, like, a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Did they ever receive help to, you know, because they've been hurt so much through so many years, they never sat down and actually had counseling on this thing, and they, like, nah, I just don't. I'm good.
Is being a lesbian a crime?
No, I'm not talking about the crime. I'm talking about the transition. Because I'm not saying all women turn gay after being raped.
Mm-hmm.
But a woman that was raped at a young age and has been mentally up there, like, can we cuss in here? I'm sorry. All right,
No,
my
pick
bad.
that one out.
My bad. That has been mentally, you know, like, damaged, like, throughout the years. So but if they never seek counseling, like, could she really say that she's, like, bisexual, or if that was her reason for turning gay, is what I'm getting at. But for vice versa for R.Kelly, if he did something this traumatic and you know they're pretty much saying that he has some going on. I'm sorry. He has some stuff going on back in the earlier days. You know, like can we really like hold him 100% accountable for this?
I wouldn't even. It's not. I hear what you're saying, but I don't think we should take it that serious because, like, simply saying Hugh Hefner was out here. And God knows, like, what atrocities he committed. Not to say that he did, but what I'm saying is that's the game that these people play. And I just feel like as black males, we're usually subjected to different rules and different filters than other people are. Like, this dude was out here, and we name him the godfather of pornography, but a black man can't be the face of pornography simply because of, you know, societal stipulations that we all know exist on a daily basis.
So because Hugh Hefner didn't get...
It's not what I'm saying is that I understand what you're saying. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that what he did was okay. Like, every woman that he genuinely and honestly violated, I would want him to definitely be, I want the book thrown at him. But what I'm saying is, under the lens of awesome civilized discourse, the way that black men are treated, depending on the crime, is totally different than other races.
I agree. However, with Hugh Hefner, he didn't have women coming forward saying that they were locked up, couldn't eat, beaten, and stuff like that. All of his girls that he had, yes, they were young, but they were all willing. R. Kelly's females that are coming forward have been, allegedly have been abused, starved, mentally and physically battered. Like, it's way more than, he wanted to be the next Hugh Hefner. Like, no.
Look, I'm not saying that didn't happen, but what I'm saying is that he should be afforded due process because there's no evidence that this happened.
He had his due process,
okay.
and he did it again. So now that it's coming back full circle, he should be let go again.
I'm not saying that he should be let go, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think we should be as stringent with him as we are, like, you know what I mean? We should give him a fair shake. I know it's R. Kelly, like,
so the trial
he's peed on people, like, but it gets to a certain point, like, where it's
women who like golden showers.
Okay, it gets to a certain point where we have to be honest with the situation that we live in a society where there's people that they get down like that.
But
you know what I mean? There's that. One of the girls specifically said that her parents took her to R. Kelly underage, knowing that this is an activity that this man has partaken. They've lived, it's not like there was no exposure to it. You took your child there to partake in that energy, whatever the hell you want to call it, because I don't want to give it a particular name. I'm not saying that she deserves that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, we're not going to sit here and act like R. Kelly he's a variable within an equation. And so what happens at the end of that is not just by his fault, you understand? Like, there's other pluses and minuses and other things that are going on, and we can't sit here and pick and choose which point of that, like, he holds. Like, how do we make him responsible? Because this is the thing, if R. Kelly goes down, we might as well rip the whole goddamn thing down, because there's a lot of creep ass motherfuckers out here. So why are we crucifying that particular man?
Because
there's women that were screaming, there's women that paid for that man bail to get out. What you talking about?
Right.
So you get to a certain point,
And the thing is, like I said before, with Hugh Hefner, those girls were not complaining that they were hurt. They didn't come forward with me.
Okay, so
R.
them
Kelly's
not complaining
girls
doesn't
came
act. Okay, because they, I'm not even gonna take it there because I'm gonna leave it at that. But
so if we go back to rape, right?
Just
if a girl
because they
doesn't
didn't
report
complain
that
didn't mean it didn't happen.
If a girl does not report that she was raped, nothing will happen to the person who raped her.
But that doesn't
if she
mean it didn't
reports
happen.
Whether brown, white, black, purple, orange, they're going to jail because she reported it.
Okay.
These girls are coming forward and reporting that this man has been traumatizing them. Not only me, but there were 6 and 7 other girls there as well.
You're not going to tell me that all the women that went through that filter of Playboy, that there's not a large segment of them that can relate to those stories.
How many came forward?
That's not my concern.
That is the concern.
It is the concern, but that's unfair because now we're not being real. We're not being real, like what's really going on a realistic basis. You're based upon, okay, so what goes through the system? I'm not worried about this. People are way without, they're outside of the limits of the system and they're still suffering. The fringes and whatnot. Those women, I'll be honest with you, they move a lot differently. Like, you already know our queens, they not with the they'll tell you straight up. Like, I don't go for that shit. You put your hands on me. Yeah, I'm gonna call my brother over here and shit gonna be real. Like, we know what's good with them. Like, no offense to to that side, but Becky gonna let some ride.
Yeah.
And we gotta understand there's a reason
I'm gonna say
why
that because when I watched the documentary, he had a girl that wasn't even black and she came forward as well. So we can't just say Becky ain't gonna let it slide because it don't have nothing to do with black or white, like I said in the beginning. It's just more so who comes forward. If you in school and somebody hits you and you're being bullied, if you don't tell the teacher, then your bullier will not be have any consequences. But if you come and tell the teacher, then the teacher will reprimand the person who was bullying.
I'm looking at it specifically because we're not gonna sit here and act like there's not a parallel.
Have you ever heard of Taz's Angels?
Who?
Taz's Angels.
Taz? Nah, I don't know Taz.
It's a guy from Miami. He's older. And he's like, he calls himself the Black Hugh Hefner because he does a similar thing where he has like 2 or 3 main girls and they scout younger girls, 18, 19 or whatever. But I feel like, looking at him, I think he's about, I would say he's a good like 40, maybe 35, 40.
Okay.
And Drake has even mentioned Taz's Angels in one of his songs.
Okay.
So he's at this point, he's pretty much glorified.
Okay.
I'm bringing him into the equation because, again, Taz's Angels, they don't complain about Taz abusing them and things of that nature. So they're willing, they're 18 and above. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have any complaints or any ill will, I guess, in the limelight towards Taz. R. Kelly, I can't say the same thing. So we can't compare Kells to Hugh Hefner.
I'm not going to compare Kells to Hugh Hefner, but like I said, it's a big.
We can't even compare Elvis.
No, I'm not going to compare nobody else.
I'm just talking about how black men are treated at
not a race thing,
highest court. Yes, it is a race thing.
How many people it's
a big race thing.
That celebrity-wise that's been like put up in the limelight for this situation, like R. Kelly is right now.
The Catholic Church.
I'm saying I don't know. Like I haven't seen a lot of people except for the Catholic Church that you see on news for what 5 minutes, but you see the R. Kelly story spinning for 30, 40 days. Like this has been going on and on and on.
But what I'm saying is that even R. Kelly isn't
It's not like it's one charge. If it was one charge, it would have been in the death.
Okay, so all
this has been going on for years.
So this is my thing. The thing that's been going on for years. I like to get down to the nitty gritty. I just don't like to see the reports that's being put out there. Mm-hmm. Now, from the TV show to what people are saying, who are all these people that's coming forward? The parents, right? Some family members are all the people that's coming forward.
And the victims.
And the victims. Uh-huh. Some of the victims are coming. What kept, my question is, all right, what kept you quiet so long?
Have you ever been raped before?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
No, but
so who are you to tell those guys it's okay? They should have been said something.
I'm not saying it's okay to be quiet. I'm not saying that. But in some reports saying that these family members were getting paid to be quiet.
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm. A lot of this stuff is allegedly, right? This ain't none of this factual evidence that's been put out in front.
He said, she said.
Yeah, it's all he say, she say, and we know in the court system.
Except for that tape.
Except for those tapes.
Except for the two tapes. Now again, like my man Max said, he should be convicted for the things that he is found guilty of. But the allegedly stuff, why are we holding so much over his head over the allegedly stuff? If you got my thing is, if you're my child, my daughter is, and I'm receiving money, I look more of a fool than R. Kelly if I'm accepting money and letting my child go through what's going through, what she's doing. And then to later, if the money stop coming through, now it's nah, my daughter, my little cousin was in this part of this and all. Like, come on now, you wait until now to say something. You wait. I'm not talking about the victim. I'm not talking about the child. I'm talking about some of the family members.
Right.
Like, and we all sitting right here, and this was one of our family members. Would y'all really allow this to happen?
Right.
No.
That's what I said.
It's some things
all of them should have some type of consequence.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's why I agree with everybody. Like, not just R. Kelly.
Me off
this is the parents and family members too need to suffer some consequences.
Exactly.
Like that's why it boils down to me. If R. Kelly gonna go to jail, everybody need to go to jail.
For sure.
Down.
Everybody that had anything, you want to allegedly say something?
Okay.
But you were receiving money for this, right?
Okay.
So we seen some paper.
But they would, if they're doing this the right way, then you would go down as a not a prospect, but you would go down like
accomplice or something.
Accomplice. You were an accessory to it. Like you had some dealings. The managers, the dancers, the video, all of them need to go down.
Yeah.
When they said they was on the tour bus and they watched him having sex with Aaliyah, all of them need to go down. Aaliyah got raped to him at 16.
What was it? His assistant, he forged the marriage certificate.
That was his manager.
His
forged
manager. The age.
Yes.
Jail. Everybody go to jail.
All of them.
Yeah, for sure.
And unfortunately, we live in a reality where that is not feasible. So under the purview of the law that we like, the Constitution that we all abide by, that man should walk free, right? And I'm not saying that it's okay, but then as a community, we should do better.
So you don't even think
not
he
put
needs
that much
psychological
responsibility on the entertainer. That has never been the mother. Like our generations past did not focus on niggas who was walking and talking and dancing. Like, Why do we? Charles Barkley said that shit a long time ago. I'm not your role model. Why do we use this as some type of mantle of decency, and then Donald Trump is out here grabbing? Like, this motherfucker not going to jail.
Now haven't been prosecuted. You seen the money that he done put out to keep people hushed up.
Again.
Okay,
the
so we
title
get on
below
topic, but
says
let's
R.
keep it on
Kelly.
R. Kelly.
Yeah, we gonna keep it on R. Kelly. But you gotta.
I mean, I see what he means.
I do.
But, you know.
I do.
And I'm not saying it's okay.
You gotta do one. It's one step at a time. We can't.
But we say
No,
that,
I
we
agree.
treat everybody like this, that.
I'm sorry, ladies. Y'all.
Nah, but
We should have kept it boy, girl, boy, girl.
It's alright. It's alright.
my bad.
In the beginning and the end, you know.
Ladies, go drink my water.
But no, like I do agree. All of them need to have some sort of consequences. I think, like I said, Robert shouldn't. Like I know him. R. Kelly shouldn't. He shouldn't. I don't think he should go to jail like indefinitely. But I do think he should seek some sort of counseling or
But I don't
mental
think his
treatment.
behavior is going to change even if he did.
I mean, at this point, probably not, because he's like a good 60 or 50. I don't know. He's for sure a grown man.
And they throw him.
But
It gets to a certain point where it's
You
like,
still got one
Yeah.
that says, I love you, I love you.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
all right, we gonna
Because
continue
I mean,
alongside.
he still has, like you said, glorified. He still has people glorifying him and condoning his nonsense. So I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it in his eyes. You know what I'm saying? If it's a situation where it's a female and her dude is continuously cheating on her, if you're allowing him to cheat, why I'm not gonna continue cheating? You letting me cheat? Why not?
Mm-hmm.
All I gotta do is butter you up. It's like, baby, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do no more.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I'm gonna cheat again next week. Like, what? If you let me do it, okay, cool. But R. Kelly has no intellect. He dropped out of what, like high school or something like that.
Yeah.
He can't even read. Like so when I was watching the documentary, they said when he initially started, he was getting girls that were in high school because they were mentally on his level, as opposed to women his actual age. So it was easier for him to manipulate them and talk to them, and they had that type of bond because they were mentally on the same wavelength. So I think he really needs some type of mental help, like regardless if it's gonna help him or not, but he needs to go through that process to see, like, oh, I've really been tripping all these years. You know what I'm saying? Like, as he needs to he literally will not even acknowledge the fact that he don't think he's doing nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it's oblivious to him.
He's innocent until proven guilty, so he gotta play
He's,
that part.
I feel like he's one of those people that he's lied to himself so long. He believes like,
Yeah.
I'm
So
really.
if he comes out and says that I everything I did was wrong and I need to seek help,
Acknowledgement goes a long way.
so we just all is forgiven.
I'm not gonna say all is
Absolutely
forgiven,
not.
but I'm saying acknowledging your issue. The
Right.
first step is acknowledgement.
Right.
Like, regardless of what the situation is, even if getting off R. Kelly, regardless of the situation, once you acknowledge what you're doing is wrong, you know what I'm saying? Then you can actually go through those steps to
Accountability. We
get
can
to
make
where you
him
need to
accountable.
be. Exactly.
But in the
He's not
limelight
been at a
of a
point where we can hold him
celebrity
accountable.
that has all of these fans and like people that's booking him, will that hurt his career? His career from here on out?
He's had multiple people cancel shows.
Right, yeah, not because of all the stuff is going, but
But
he
we're
was
saying
to come out.
hypothetically,
Yeah,
yeah.
hypothetically, we talking about R. Kelly. He's
Yeah.
this big time celebrity. He
Okay, I
comes
see what
out
you're
and
saying.
admit to, I did everything wrong. I have a mental illness. I need to get some help. We all like, all right, bet man, we know you need some help, but you know, are we here for you? We here to support y'all. But we still like, nah, bro, too late to admit that now. You pretty much done for.
Honestly, I think it really just depends on the person.
Yeah.
Like he's in his 50s. So some people not gonna forgive. You've been doing this for over 20 years. You got away with murder once. Like, not really technically murder, but you got away with it once. And you've continuously done it. Like,
Right.
some people not gonna forgive it. But that's just something that he would have to live with.
Exactly.
Facts.
And that's a horrible existence. So we got to think about, like, if we're really a society, like, why would we subjugate a person to that sort of existence? Like, to be, not to say that, like, whatever he did should not go accountable, but we also got to think about on the other side. Because, so, I'm not saying that he's like 100% guilty or 100% innocent, but what if it's 60-40? What if it's 70-30? And so it's kind of that we would just exile him. Like, you know what I mean?
With him being 1%, 1 in 99, you did it. I don't care how many times you know what?
That's harsh.
I only had one 14-year-old when I was 30. What?
You said that's harsh?
How's that? I only had, okay, you know what? All right, all of it was a lie, but there was that one 14-year-old when I was 30. What?
No.
For that kind of, for that crime, yes.
You
And
kind
I see what
of
you
twisted
said.
what I
You said if it was 60-40, if it wasn't, he didn't do all of it, but he did some of it. Like, no.
On the topic of R. Kelly, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But what he said is, and to everybody that's from the panel, to everybody that's outside, we all may have or may not have done something that we was guilty of. But do you want your peers to view you as, oh yeah, you did that, I ain't messing with you no more? Would you want people to be sympathetic?
That's
like,
something that you would have to deal with as
so
an adult.
I'm saying,
That's not up to me to decide. You know what? Leave him alone, cause he admitted it. Leave him alone. Don't mess with him. That's not up to me to decide. You did it.
Right.
So you have to deal with what comes with what you did.
The good and the bad.
Period.
And the bad, yeah.
It doesn't matter what you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheating on your girl. You have to deal with if she's going to be understanding and forgive you, or if she's going to pack up and leave. Like, you have to deal with the consequences.
Yeah. Or just don't get caught.
Really,
Or
nigga?
just don't do it.
Easier said than done. Easier said than done in this lifestyle of 2019. It's easier to say than don't cheat.
Wow. So
What?
if his fiance is watching, ma'am,
See,
you heard what you
No,
did.
no.
Sis.
That's a good man.
No, never cheat.
Watch him, sis.
That's a good man right there.
No, we don't
I
cheat.
said you don't like girl.
I got you. You're a good man.
Yeah, okay.
That's a good guy.
You gonna
Sit
do me
down
like that?
with
Kelly breaking
I'm
my
just
bones.
saying. You know.
I just want a fair
Really right
shot. All I'm saying is that because you know what they're doing to all
My
our
guy,
men. They're doing the same
has
thing
a
to brother
fair
Michael.
shot. He got off the first
I'm not
time.
saying
That
he
wasn't fair enough. So he should get off a second time and then do third strikes a charm.
You get 3 strikes, bro.
Really, nigga?
This is not baseball.
Our
this
money
is
is littered
What?
in people that took part in 10 times worse behavior, and we be chucking that shit at Black Queens all day when they shaking that thing. So I don't give a. It gets to a certain point that I don't give a. Nobody talking about this shit getting a little awkward. It's getting weird.
It has nothing to do with
It's a bunch of slave masters.
Twerking
We
is
just
not
like bunch of
illegal.
creeps. I know it's not illegal, but I'm just talking about how we perpetuate stripping. Is literally there's faces of people that did 100 times worse. So we just gotta keep that in mind when we look at R. Kelly like he's some type of example.
I don't think. I mean, I understand
You gotta
what you're
look
saying.
deep. Sometimes you
Max,
gotta
I
really
understand
look
what
deep.
you're saying, but the thing is, you
Okay.
can't. You have to
The
have
lesson
some
is
sort of
learned,
consequences.
but let us keep that in
How is the
mind.
lesson learned if he's still doing it?
But
He
but
whole
that's-
went
I've
to
never been there.
trial
I ain't never
and
seen him
faced
do a
the
goddamn
judge and jury.
Right. No,
How is the lesson learned?
That's facts. But what I think it's a race thing because I just hate that the fact that you have celebrities out here, white, black, Hispanic, all this ethnicities that's coming out here and doing stuff that's not being publicized as high as this R. Kelly, this Bill Cosby, and all these other black celebrity figures.
Mm-hmm.
You got other people's stuff that's been, like I said, on the news or on social media. It will be talked about for about a day. If it's somebody else other than black people, if it's
Woody
a black
Allen.
person. That John will be talked about until the next person. Bill Cosby was talked about for how long? And then now we got R. Kelly. And then there's going to be another person. But you got all these other
But I mean, if you want
races
to
that's
use
sneaking
the
right
Bill
by.
Cosby situation, you also have to use Gabrielle, the Olympic girl,
Mhm.
her coach. He was in the news for a long time.
Oh,
For
yeah.
all them little girls
That
he
case
just
is still going on, right?
He's in jail. Isn't he in jail?
I don't know.
No, he ain't
I
been
don't
convicted.
know.
Oh, he hasn't?
I think he has been convicted.
He has.
Thing is,
He's
But
been in
how-
jail for a while.
But I seen it when it first started. And then I
Yeah.
seen it go.
Now that I will agree with. It's not so much in the limelight.
exactly.
It's
That's
not
all I'm
front
saying.
page news.
That's
Yeah,
all I'm
because
trying to say. It's not about them being
all
right or wrong.
our wrong is publicized 10 times worse than any of the good that is.
Worse.
It's the
10
scope-
times worse.
It's the
Worse.
scope
Sorry.
and methods of it.
Take that PR. Sorry. But nah, I just
It doesn't
think
make it okay. We're not
Yeah, I'm not saying it's okay, but if we're gonna talk about situations that's going on with the R. Kelly situation, let's talk about everybody else's as well and get everybody else convicted as well.
Mhm.
Let's get everybody convicted. We gotta do one person at a time now. Nah, because there's other races that's been, all right, what's going on with that case? That case got dropped. When? When did that happen? I was worried about too much about the R. Kelly situation, and we wasn't paying attention to all these other situations that was going on.
Snuck in.
It's not, the trial is not about R. Kelly and whoever did the same crime. The trial is about Robert Kelly.
Okay.
You can't.
But we already convicted him.
If you,
we already exiled him, right?
we haven't.
Wow.
He's home.
Yeah, he is home.
He's trying to see if he can go overseas to perform. Like,
really?
he's still living his best life. Like, no, he's not.
That's not even. It is what it is, though.
You can't say, oh well, Robert did it and Jose Carlos did it and Bill Williams did it. Like, no, you can't do that because
I'm just saying that he should be afforded the same protection of the law as everybody else.
He's had it. He was let go the first time. Are y'all forgetting that?
So you're talking about
his money brought him out
in the court of public opinion. Yeah, he's an asshole.
Did you watch the documentary? There was an older white guy who was on the jury. He was an older white guy who was in the jury. And they interviewed him and they asked him, "Why did you vote not guilty for R. Kelly?" He said, "Because young black girls lie a lot, so I didn't believe them when they came forward."
That's a whole nother topic. Yeah, that is a whole. Really, he said that? Wow.
So y'all still think he didn't get a fair shot?
Wow. Nah, I think he got a fair shot. Like I'm not.
In the tape, they said Robert. He looked at the camera. Well, he looked that direction. The camera just happened to be over there. Somebody called him from the background. He said Robert. Then he looked. So that means he acknowledged Robert, right? Also, at the end of the tape, the little girl, he gave the little girl money, and she said, "Thank you, Mr. Kelly." This is the tape that they showed in court back when he had his first original trial. So again, does that not give him? That gave him a second chance.
I think he got a second. I'm not. That's not my. My argument isn't that. I think he has been given a chance.
R. Kelly.
I just think that it's like for what we discussing. When are we going to discuss other situations instead of just this one situation right here?
I feel like this one situation is so lively right now because it's in the black community and we are all African American descent. So to us and for us, it's something that's very popular. If it was something going on with Iggy Azalea, we wouldn't really know because we don't follow her community. Robert is someone who we follow. It's someone who our parents listen to. So to us, it's something that we see broadcast day to day. But if I turn on CNN, I'm not going to see Robert Kelly.
Okay. You would. To speak to that.
You would not. If I turn on CNN right now, I would see Beyonce before I see Robert.
Okay. Maybe I'll watch a little bit of CNN more than y'all. But I've seen them.
You're wildin'.
I've seen this story being ran.
We see it because we are what? We're Black Twitter.
Yeah.
We're the shade room. We're, you know what I'm saying? Like, we follow everybody who is of African descent and who enlightens the black community. So of course we're gonna see it a lot more than we see any other race or culture because that's not what we are. So we don't follow that. To us, they downplay him because how do we know what they downplay on white Twitter if there's a such thing? But you know what I'm saying? We don't follow that, so we wouldn't know.
That's true. I agree with you. I agree with that part. I agree. You got me there. You got me on that.
Gotta let him know. Look, comment down below right now if y'all think Robert should get a second chance.
Sure.
Right. Let us know down below in the comments how y'all feel about this topic. Let me know your opinion. Obviously, y'all see I like to debate. That's the thing. Like, I reply to everybody's comments. And yeah. Anybody else have anything to say? So we agree Robert should be prosecuted.
I'm going to head on the bike.
Put him on the cross.
I'm joking.
Alright, y'all. So that pretty much wraps up this video. Y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell right next to it so that every time I drop a new video, you get that heat straight to your phone or your email. Make sure you run up them likes and comment below any other panels you would like for me to discuss. And on that note, I'm out this thing. Bye.